What is going on, you guys? My name is SlamicFly, and welcome back to another active gamer poll. This is active gamer poll number 5, and this week's question, you guys, was what is Nintendo presenting at this year's E3? And I know I'm saying it kind of fast, but I just kind of want to get the question out of the way since I always forget. And I just I wanted to kind of ask you guys what you think the last thing is, basically, because every year, every E3, every presentation, Nintendo always has the last thing that is always the best thing for every one of their events. Like at last E3, it was The Legend of Zelda, obviously, and then I think they also had Star Fox as the end of one of their events, if I remember correctly. And well, anyways, you guys, all that out of the way, I'm bringing back my best friend, of course, him, my brother from another mother. His name is not SlamicFly, the Megaton. He's here again, you guys. You want to say hi, Megaton?
Hi, everyone.
All right, there we go. And so anyways, you guys, the results this week were pretty cool. I really did like it that a lot of you are giving your opinions about it and stuff. And anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. So this week's results, you guys, were, or okay, I should say what they were first. So the 5 responses that you could have given that I put in the poll were Metroid, Star Fox, The Legend of Zelda, something new, or the Miyamoto project, something that he's working on, like the giant robot game or all those other projects that he's working on. And so the results were, you guys, 35 of you voted for Metroid, so that's 7 of you. 10% of you voted for Zelda, and that's 2 people. 15% voted for a Miyamoto project, that's 3, and then 40% of you, the most, said something new. And so yeah, something new kind of won this week. Most of you think that they're going to present something new, and I think that's pretty interesting, because they already have a lot of stuff out in the open. Like we know for sure that a Star Fox game is coming, a Zelda game is coming, and we know that Miyamoto's working on something. But I mean, I guess about almost half of you think that they're coming out with something new, and I'm not disagreeing, but I wonder what it could be. Mm-hmm. And if you guys want to leave something in the comments, more specific, I guess, onto what what they think. Yeah. And so, Megaton, you want to add anything to this that you might think of?
I mean, this year at this year's E3, Nintendo has a very critical E3, I guess, performance, if you will. The reason for that is because of the lack of sales of the Xbox One. Now, if let's say they hit this one out of the ballpark, if they announce something that's incredibly great and people have been anticipating this for years, I'm not sure what that thing is, yeah. But if it's anything, that's what's gonna set up Nintendo to probably even sell even more consoles. My opinion, I think Nintendo is the Wii U is gonna come in second place and outsell the units sold at least by the end of the year. That's my opinion. Okay. Based on all these great games that they might come out with. I think, personally, for me, I kind of feel it's like a Metroid game, or or they're probably gonna anticipate. They're probably gonna take a lot of the time to increase the sales. They're gonna try to bring a lot of publicity to the game. What's it called? The Devil's Third. Yeah. I think that's what they're gonna do at this year's E3. But I kind of feel like they have something else planned behind this, because doesn't really sound like Nintendo when they said that they weren't going to announce anything new. So that's my opinion, of course. But I don't know if Sly actually, since I'm very smart, that's what I think.
Yeah. So and I did want to ask you, Megaton, what do you think? What do you think they're bringing out? Just out of
this
curiosity.
Year?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's a new piece of hardware. Honestly, I kind of feel if it's not a piece of hardware, it's certainly going to be something big, like F-Zero X or something like that.
It could be, yeah. That's a good
or
one.
Something's totally out. It's something's just going to hit you from the side of your face or something like that, with something new.
And also but adding on to what Megaton said about like F-Zero coming back.
Animal Crossing.
The games that I put on the list were just games that I had off the top of my head. I don't really think about what I'm what I'm going to put in the poll. I just do it, and that was just a question I had, and if you do have any other ones that you want to add, obviously you can add them in the comments of the poll, and even in the comments of this video, stuff like that. And so anyways, with that out of the way, you guys, those were the results. Obviously everybody wants to see something new or Metroid, and nobody sadly voted for Star Fox, I should say.
Maybe Nintendo at this year's E3 might have a Wiz Khalifa entrance
Oh, well, that's true because he does play
on the Wii U, so I don't know.
Crap. Well, anyways, you guys, I do want to move on to the next, like the next section of this, and that's talking about notable comments. And so this week, you guys, I have 3. Sadly, it's less than before, but yeah, and I did want to talk about them, because it's pretty important. And so the first person I have is WeN360 with me. Thank you for voting WeN360 with me again, because you voted and stuff. And so anyways, he said they really can't announce Star Fox or Zelda since they are already announced, and that's true. They already have announced them, but what I was when obviously, like I said, when I type them down, I don't really think about it. And another thing too is they could also say that like announce a date for them, or maybe do a trailer of the game,
or maybe gameplay.
Gameplay. Yeah. And so anyways, thanks for commenting, and thanks for obviously letting me know that I was a bit wrong and typing that down or whatever. But thank you. It lets me improve on the next.
We forgive you.
Megaton forgives you. I thank you. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. So the next one is from MalikJC. He's been on a lot of my polls, and I really thank him for being around and stuff. And so anyways, you guys, what he wanted to say was a new IP from Retro, and that's a really good one because I think
I agree.
Retro has been working on something, and in case you guys don't know, Retro I think works on Animal Crossing when they have the chance. And if they are working on Animal Crossing and they do announce it at this E3, I will probably crap my pants or something. And so anyways,
someone needs to clean that up.
Yeah, they probably should. And yeah, you guys, it's really interesting that he says that because a lot of Nintendo developers, they kind of fall into the dark when they're working on something, and you don't hear a lot from them. And a very good way, obviously, to follow them is on Twitter. But again, they don't really talk about a lot and stuff. So yeah. And do you want to add anything to this, Megaton? You might know about
the Devil's Third. I don't know who the developer is, but I kind of feel it's something dealing with the Devil's Third. I'm telling you, they might even show a gameplay footage from the game, or maybe even possibly even a trailer.
They could. And well, anyways, that was my phone, you guys. They just ignore that and move on.
I think your mom called and she said dinner's ready.
And well, anyways, let me move on to the third and last thing before I get a call again. So the last thing is from a man simply known as Red Knight. He runs the Active Gamer Life community, and he basically said, what, I voted, and I know what he voted. He voted for Metroid because he really wants Metroid. And in case you guys don't know, I like Metroid because it is a really awesome game. It's, I think, one of the best shooters that's ever been made, honestly. Like they never score anything less
hell yeah, bro,
than a 9. And that was Megaton. He said thank
hell
you.
Yeah, bro.
And anyways, you guys, I voted for Metroid 2 in case you don't know, because I don't just make them, I vote 2, just so I can get the poll started and stuff. And so anyways, you guys, those were 3 notable comments. Thanks for everybody that obviously commented, everybody that voted, everybody that might subscribe at the end of this video.
Exactly. Thank you for the sexy votes. So see you guys on the next one, huh?
And so yeah, and so anyways, Megaton needs to be quiet. And you know what, you guys, thanks for watching. This is the the 5th poll that I've ever made on these, and I really do like all the way that it's come out and stuff. And so anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. Peace. You want to say Fozzie Bear?
Should I? Fozzie Bear.
Yeah, there you go. All right, peace.